The 2026 World Cup has exploded to life. In Los Angeles, the United States men's national team dominated Paraguay 4-1. Striker Folarin Balogun scored twice in the first half, delivering a performance that immediately raised the ceiling for American soccer on the global stage. 2,000 miles away in Toronto, the atmosphere was just as electric as Canada fought back for a gritty 1-1 draw against Bosnia-Herzegovina. Coming off the bench, Brampton native Sia Larin buried a 78th-minute equalizer, securing Canada's first-ever World Cup point in front of a roaring home crowd. The matches are thrilling, the crowds that are there are deafening, and the athletic product is everything FIFA promised the world. But pull the camera back from the pitch, and a different picture emerges. Vast patches of empty seats are highly visible across the opening matches, and thousands of tickets remain unsold on official resale portals. FIFA and host nations projected 10 million visitors, 800,000 jobs, and a $40 billion windfall. But look at the actual data. The American Hotel and Lodging Association reports 80% of U.S. host city hotels are missing booking targets, calling it a non-event. We have a spectacular, high-stakes sporting event happening on the grass, yet the cities hosting these games are waiting for a financial boom that hasn't arrived. Organizers designed this tournament from the ground up to cater to the highest-paying customers, starting with the very floors of the stadiums. NFL artificial turf was ripped out. In its place, 20 truckloads of Tahoma 3-1 Bermuda grass were cultivated under indoor grow lights and shipped across the continent to guarantee perfect playing surfaces. That level of physical perfection requires tight control. FIFA partnered with corporate hospitality providers like On Location to exclusively manage venue access. Fans are met with temperature-controlled pavilions and private suites offering curated menus. These spaces are built to host corporate clients rather than everyday supporters. The pricing reflects that target audience. Single front-row seats for group stage matches have sold for as much as $32,000, setting a record for the most expensive tickets in World Cup history. The result is a perfectly manicured VIP environment that systematically prices out the working-class global fan base that usually travels to support these teams. If the ticket prices don't keep fans out, the borders will. Strict U.S. travel policies explicitly ban citizens from several competing nations, including Iran and Haiti, from entering the country. For a nation like Haiti, qualifying for the first time in 50 years is a massive moment of national pride. Yet their diaspora and most passionate supporters are blocked entirely from witnessing it in person. Even fans from non-banned nations are getting caught in the bureaucracy. Spectators from Ghana, holding valid match tickets, are reporting widespread visa denials. Add in publicized political rhetoric and heightened immigration enforcement, and tourists from allied nations like Germany and Canada are actively choosing to avoid US-based matches. Between the astronomical cost of admission and a maze of geopolitical restrictions, the tournament has become an isolated fortress. When you build a fortress, you restrict the flow of money outside its walls. Certain cities have navigated this better than others. Miami has capitalized on its existing Latin American tourism ties and accessible downtown fan festivals to generate a localized retail boost. We can see the severity of the national slump on this graph of U.S. foreign tourism. The country is currently experiencing its steepest drop in international visitors since the 2008 recession, losing an estimated $8 billion in revenue. When we add the data for co-host nations Mexico and Canada, their hotel booking lines sharply rise, outpacing the U.S. precisely because they do not impose the same severe travel restrictions. By tightening its borders and aggressively prioritizing luxury over accessibility, the U.S. has throttled the economic windfall this tournament was supposed to deliver. The 2026 World Cup leaves us with a strange contradiction. The athletes are performing at the highest level, on the most perfectly engineered pitches in the history of the sport. But those pristine stadiums are missing the noise, the color, and the diverse global community that normally defines the event. You can grow perfect grass indoors, and you can build the ultimate VIP suite. But when you wrap the beautiful game in borders and paywalls, you strip away the people who give it its soul.